WWE 2K25 has given us some DLC, some more information, news to go on ahead and talk about. Shaquille O'Neal was revealed to be in the pack. If you guys been on social media the past couple of months, you guys know that this Shaquille O'Neal character was revealed, teased, leaked, whatever you want to go on ahead and say. So it doesn't surprise me, but I was very amazed at the way the model looked. Right now, it is surprising that Shaq is in this game before someone like Snoop Dogg. Shout out to my boy Kenny Bomb. He's been saying Snoop should be in this game forever, and I 100% agree that there are so many other celebrities that you could have chosen, right, to put in here that, you know, have been a part of the WWE. But nonetheless, Shaq has been a part of the WWE in the past, but the last time we saw him was in AEW. So seeing him in this game is kind of cool. And I must say, man, again, his model looks absolutely insane. It looks actually amazing. So let's go on ahead and get into this entrance. I'm going to go on ahead and react to it, just little bits and pieces here and there. Let's go on ahead and get into it. Man, I'm not gonna lie, man, the beard, even the face, I mean, everything looks good. The chain too looks really nice. I really like the chain that they put for Shaq. So again, bro, I know you guys are probably gonna be like, yo, why is this guy hyped for Shaq? If you guys don't know me or don't follow me on social media, I am a big basketball fan. I love all sports, NFL, NBA, it don't matter. I love sports. So seeing Shaquille O'Neal in this game is kind of cool. Now, we know I haven't advocated for these characters to be in the game, right? I am just kind of just being a fan at this point, right? Just enjoying whatever, you know, is put out there, because at this point, what's done is done. Me complaining about it even more isn't going to change anything. And honestly, that's just me being completely real with you guys. WWE makes these calls on these DLC characters, and that's just the truth. If I'm being completely honest, that's just what it is. They make the call, and that's what we're dealt with every year. So just my 2 cents with that. And, you know, hopefully they know to do things differently next year, because we are missing the DLC pack celebrity for pack number 1. So even just looking at this entrance, right, for Shaq, I do think that, you know, he does look good. I like the tattoos. The entrance is very generic, nothing too crazy, but nonetheless, it is nice to see a different entrance in the game. Now, when you look at this, right, and you look at last year, the Pat McAfee pack, the pack that I hated the most, and I made a really big deal out of, that pack was actually good in terms of moves, right? The moves you got the hidden blade in there. Like, you got a lot of really good moves that do not make the game by default. So for those that are really not excited about this pack, which I don't blame you, I don't expect everybody to be a basketball fan, or I don't expect everybody to be hyped about this. You should be hyped for the moves and the generic entrances and the generic, you know, just motions that they add, because these entrances, motions, moves, they are sometimes very similar to a wrestler that may not be in the WWE, which can make those community creations better than what they originally looked like, because there are now animations and moves that fit that character more, like the hidden blade last year with Will Ospreay. So there is a lot that you can go on ahead and, you know, be happy about with this pack. And that's just me being optimistic, right? I don't want you guys to, you know, say this guy is, you know, simping for WWE, because that's y'all new word, and glazing and all this extra stuff. No, bro, I'm just optimistic, man. At the end of the day, we don't resolve things by yelling at people, yelling at companies, and doing different things. You guys know the real ones, right? Because a lot of people have been complaining to me, trying to tell me that I don't speak about the game enough and the issues enough. I mean, bro, I've literally use my platform to get this game, you know, better, make it better, right? I mean, that's part of the reason why I was invited to Creator Fest, because I've used my platform to try to better this game, and that's what I've always tried to do. So when people try to come at me saying that I'm not doing or saying or whatever the case may be, it's just kind of tough, bro. It's a tough pill to swallow, because this is the same way I've always been. But nonetheless, Shaq being in here, I will go on ahead and take it. He's been in the WWE before. He's, you know, done some wrestling stuff before. I'm cool with this. Now, Halliburton, we've all talked about that. When I'm a Knicks fan, I don't want Halliburton in the game. But the next guy that we do have to go on ahead and talk about is potentially Jalen Brunson. He may be in the game, you know, with this DLC pack, because Halliburton makes all the sense in the world. Now we have Shaq, who I personally would have liked to see Dennis Rodman in this game. He definitely did some stuff with the WWE back in the day, which would have been fun to see. But again, there are different things to, you know, see with this pack and, you know, talk about. Obviously, it's not the most exciting pack, but we do have Abyss and the great Khali. And Abyss, we very well may see a new weapon with Abyss, right? Maybe some thumbtacks. I'm just saying. I think that there are some potential for some cool things with this pack. Every DLC pack, they try to get something new in there. Right now, I can't really remember off the top of my head if I remember seeing something with the pack that just released last month. But nonetheless, maybe we do get something, because it would make sense to add a different weapon in there, something different for fans to be excited about, right? Because I think that it could be cool. Now, the Great Khali, I'm very excited for this DLC pack just because of the Great Khali. I know a lot of people, you know, they don't care for this, but the Great Khali I'm actually very excited for, man. I think that the Great Khali is going to be very, very fun to see in this game. And I think that this is the first time we've seen him in like a lot of years. So I think that this is a big deal for fans, right? And we talked about it before, how the Great Khali and Abyss can basically carry themselves with these 3 NBA players that they're adding on here. So I think it kind of, that was their way of justifying, hey, you should probably download this pack. So you do have the Great Khali and Abyss. So if you are a wrestling fan, right, I just think that it wouldn't be very smart of you to miss out on this pack, because you are getting Abyss and Great Khali. But if you don't, then hey, all the power to you. I will be downloading this pack because I want to play with the Great Khali. I don't really care about anybody else as much, but the Great Khali in this pack, I mean, I'm very, very happy to see him back in this game. I cannot wait till they reveal his entrance, cannot wait till they reveal his model, because one thing that we can say is that 2K, you know, they like to go out and go crazy with their DLC models, and I think that they do a pretty damn good job. And you know, I'm never gonna crap on them for that. So I think that there is some potential with those 2 characters. Now, the NBA, that's very hit or miss. That may please the casuals a little bit more than the hardcore fans, if it doesn't just please the casuals, honestly. I mean, what am I saying, right? I mean, it's very, very obvious that, you know, hardcore WWE 2K players don't want this pack, and I get it. We all want, you know, more wrestlers, and that's very, very obvious with how they've handled the DLC Celebrity Pack 1. I really, really want to see how they handle this. Are we going to get the DLC Celebrity, you know, from pack number 1 in pack number 2 as well? Is pack number 2 celebrities going to beat out DLC pack number 1? Like, I don't know how they're handling this, right? And I think that for future, I think that we actually need to kind of get away from these celebrities a little bit more. Like, even though I'm kind of on the side of, you know, Shaq looks kind of cool, I think that we definitely need to get away from that whole thing with celebrities, because look at the issue that this has caused players, fans, you know, consumers of the game, right? So I think that there's a lot more to speak about when it comes down to this game and the DLC dilemma this year. But I really hope that, you know, we see some more things just get better throughout the year, right? We still have a couple more DLC packs to go, and I'm super excited about that. So we'll see how that goes, man. But let me know down below if you're excited for Shaq, or if you're not. Hit a like on this video anyway. You know what I'm saying? Let's go on ahead and get into it. Talk about it in the comments. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned for more. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.